100% good.
Me and Jose are about to sharpen his chainsaw with an angle grinder, also known as a side grinder. But it's pretty dull, right, Jose?
Yeah, no con nothing.
It was a brand new chain. I'm gonna show you how I do it. Now, before we get into it, I'm gonna get a lot of hate. Everybody loves to hate this video. But how I learned it was I was in a bind one time and we had to get a chainsaw sharpened to get into the lease road. We were just waiting because there was a tree over the road and all I had was a grinder. It was not my saw. Everybody keeps telling me, you need to have this and this, you need to have a spare chain. I don't keep a chainsaw in my truck, okay? So the crew went and got one and it was about in the same shape this one was. Bring it over here and show them what it looks like.
Nothing, look.
You can see how they're really rounded over. And I'll flip the camera around and zoom in on it. But I want to show you in real time how long it takes. And no, it's not the proper way. Yes, there's better ways. All you saw guys and lumberjacks and everybody, this is going to drive you nuts. But this is something that works, and this is how I choose to sharpen my chainsaw. Because it works pretty good. But if you're not real familiar with a grinder, you should probably do it with a file or a drill with a file in it or a burr tool or all the other ways to do it. This is just the way I choose to do it, and it's really fast and efficient if you can do it. Some people are not capable, some people just don't have the experience. But I think a lot of you can. First, we're going to demonstrate how it cuts right now. Perfect.
You'll see, look. It's black.
It's dull. Now it's hot. That's before you get started. There you go. I like to angle it down a little bit. Helps me get my grinder in there. Go ahead. And I want to zoom in so you can see how dull they actually are. Okay, you can see, man, it's rounded over and it is really dull. And you can also see on the back, there's usually a scribe that'll show you about what it's supposed to look like. This chain doesn't have it actually. The chain on my other saw does. Be a little mark where it shows you about what that's supposed to look like. But we're going to eyeball it. This isn't, we're not flying this thing to the moon. But that's what they look like, and we're going to fix them up. First thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and tighten the chain. You don't want this flopping around while you're trying to grind it. Go ahead and tighten it up, and really tighten it a little bit more than what I would normally, because you want it pretty stiff, but you still want to be able to move it. Okay, that ought to be good. Nothing about this is OSHA approved. I don't have the guard on it. I understand that. Never run your grinder without a guard. It'll kill you and everybody around, so don't do it. But this is for your entertainment purposes. This disc has got to be rounded. And the reason why mine was rounded in the field is because we grind the bead out of the pipe and you go, straight in. And it rounds both sides. Don't hate me. I know I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this. All right, now we got our chain tight, we got our grinder ready, we got our safety glasses, don't forget those. And I'm gonna zoom in and show you exactly how to do this. All right, this is a 1/8 grinding disc, and we're gonna ease that baby. You can't see nothing, not a thing. All right, this is a 1/8 grinding disc and it fits right in there. This is a new chain, it's never been sharpened. Now, if you get on top of that raker and knock it down too much, it's gonna take too big of a bite. So just, all you wanna do is touch it. It's sharp, but it needs a little bit more. See how it's still rounded? This is really when using a grinder comes in handy, because you can really take that off quickly. That took about 2 seconds to do. It's not perfect, but I'm telling you, that baby is sharp. All right, that one's good. We're gonna start right here. Let's go. that was bad. Some of these are rounded really bad. Okay. Now, these still have a little bit of round to, no, they're pretty good. Let's see how it does. All right, guys, so we sharpened the chain, and it looks like he'd been cutting with it dull for so long that it got hot, and the little teeth that are supposed to be displayed out just a little bit came in. I've seen this happen before, and my neighbor used to cut a lot of firewood for a living, or for a side hustle. He told me you can take pliers and bend them out, and I've done this a couple of times, and it actually works really good. Now, guys, I'm not a saw master. Please let me know in the comments. I'm sure you will. But I've done this before, and usually I go a little bit too much and it takes too big of a bite. But it's better than throwing the chain away. All I'm doing is I'm grabbing that tooth and I'm bringing it back just a little bit. Just so it'll get a little bite. We'll go the other way with this one. There we go. All right. Whenever I get done, over here, I'm going to keep going. I don't want to bore you guys. When I get done, we'll fire it back up and see if it'll cut better. Feel this side and then feel the other side.
Flat.
Yeah, can you tell the difference?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is flat.
Get a few more done. And I'm gonna throw this in the vise and just touch it one more time since I put pliers on it. This is a piece of white oak, so it's not some kind of soft pine. I think it could be a little bit better. It was making nothing before. The first time we did it, it made some dust. After we bent the teeth out, it got a lot better. I resharpened it and it cut a little bit crooked. We didn't get this on camera, but the bar was actually a little bit bent. So I actually put it in the vise and put a Stilson on it and straightened it up.
Very, very 1% good.